What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, we're not only going to be doing an eye tutorial and of course a little lip tutorial and all that fun jazz. No ma'am, it is going to be a wear test tutorial today, a wear test video if you will, on the foundation that I'm wearing today because of course it is a brand new launch. I'm so happy I have it in my hands. I'm so happy I'm able to do a wear test for you guys, and I'm so happy to be able to just apply this on my face. This is, of course, the brand new, talked about Anastasia Luminous Foundation and Setting Powder. So of course today on my eyes I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Sunrise palette, and I have some baby lashes on. I have a Melt Cosmetics liquid lipstick on, all that fun jazz. I will be doing a tutorial on this look, but it's all about the wear test, how this applies, what the real tea is on it, what I think of it, and everything like that when it comes to this foundation. I'm in the shade 130N, which is of course a beautiful color for me. So if you like to see what the real tea is on this foundation, what I think of it, how it wears, the wear test on it, etc., and how it looks throughout the day, and how it applies, then keep on watching. So to get started with today's look, of course, I'm not going to go in with the base just yet. I'm going to go in with the eyes first, because that's just what I always do nowadays anyways. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Anastasia eye primer today, because of course you know this is like one of the best eye primers I've ever used, and I absolutely am obsessed with it. So let's just apply a little bit of this before we go in with our eyeshadow look. So now it is time, of course, for some eyeshadow looks. I was going to go in with the Anastasia eyeshadow palette, but I really could not think of what kind of look I want to go for, and I still have a stack of palettes behind me that I want to use, and today I'm just going to use a palette that I've been wanting to play with for a while, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Sunrise palette. It is just so gorgeous and pretty. Look at all those colors inside of there. This one was $65, so I definitely need to justify using this because obviously it's a high price point, so whatever, we're just gonna play with it today. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Glory right in the middle, which I'm just gonna pack it on with a Morphe M456 brush, pack it on the outer corner and work my way inward into the crease, just because I like to add a little bit of the depth first before we go in with anything brighter. So let's just apply this into the crease first. I'm just taking a clean Morphe M514 brush, going back in with that same shade just to kind of make sure everything is blended and cohesive first before I go in with the next shadow. I just want to make sure that this is blended because you never want harsh lines. Now for like the brow bone-ish area where I'm kind of like blending the shade Glory again, I'm going to go in with the shade Citron right on top, which is going to be like a nice brighter yellowy shade. I'm just going to take it on the same Morphe M514 brush, blend it out into like the crease and the brow bone kind of area, and just make sure that everything is kind of going in very cohesive together. I want to get like that very sunset sunrise kind of vibe. Okay, so that shade had a little bit of some kickback, but anyways, I'm going to go in with the shade Jasper with the same brush. I'm actually just going to pack this into like the crease area a little bit more before I go back in with the shade Glory and re-intensify that. This will kind of help mix the yellow and the like, I would say like burgundy kind of ish shade. So far so good. The blend is looking really cute. I'm making sure that everything is blended to filth and very cohesive. So before the final step, I'm going to go in with the shade Clove right here, which is going to be the outer corner shade. I'm going to use it on the same Morphe M456 brush and just kind of pack it on the outer corner, just mixing it in with a little bit of the shade Glory, making sure everything is blended and looking seamless. It's time for some lid action. I was going to go in with a shade in this palette for the lid, but I decided that I want to kind of do something a little different. I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia Loose Shadow in the shade, or loose pigment in the shade Sand. This one is absolutely stunning on the lid, and especially with a wet brush, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to pack this on with a Wet n Wild brush and just kind of make sure that we have it on the lid. But we're not doing a cut crease today, so I'm just going to kind of nicely just pack it onto the lid and get that really bam shine intensity. Before I finish off this eye, which is looking really cute so far, I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of the shade Day Spring right here on the bottom. I'm just going to take on the same brush and just pack it in like the middle portion of the eye before I re-intensify the shade Clove, which is going to be my final step for this eye before I do like the highlight and everything like that. We will be right back with the eyes. Of course, it is time to go in with the rest of this face. I already primed my skin. I used the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which is my absolute favorite primer of all time right now, and I'm just obsessed with it. So now it is time to go in with the star of this video, which is going to be the Anastasia Luminous Foundation, of course, foundation right here. I'm in the shade 130N. I color match myself at work, and honestly, this color is the perfect color for me. The undertone's perfect. Everything about this color is going to be really good, so I'm excited about trying this one out. But of course, before I go in with this foundation, I'm going to give you guys all the details, all the tea on this foundation. It says why you love it. So it is a water-resistant, long-wearing formula with medium coverage. Gives the complexion a fresh, radiant look with a lightweight second skin feeling. So it's not matte. It is going to be, of course, luminous. That's in the name. Masks discoloration, unevenness, and blotchiness while giving the skin a natural, healthy-looking radiance. No flashback formula. Creates a soft focus effect and does not oxidize. That is great right there. Comes in a sleek, modern component, of course. There we go. Suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Formulated without gluten, parabens, alcohol, oil, mineral oil, or talc. Yes, Anastasia. Clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, and non-comedogenic. Hell yes. And it's also cruelty-free and vegan, made in the USA, and it's available in 50 shades, and it has a lot of different tones to it, and it has, of course, different undertones. So that's really exciting. I'm really excited about trying this one out because, honestly, Anastasia does the damn thing with almost everything, so I have not tried foundation formula from them yet, except for the stick foundation, which I wasn't in love with because it was super matte. So let's just try this out. So of course it does come with a little pump. As you can see, I have not used it yet. I'm so excited about trying this one out today. I'm probably just going to do a few pumps, maybe like 4 or so. I'm not exactly sure how much coverage I'm going to get out of it. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. Why not? So anyways, there we go. Let's just put this on. I'm going to apply it with a sponge like I always do. I'm going to use the Juno & Co. microfiber sponge because this is exactly the sponge I would use any day anyways. So let's just apply it on this side, which I'm going to need a little bit more coverage on. So as you can see, that is like the perfect tone for me. This color reminds me a lot of the NARS Naturally Radiant Longwear in the shade Mont Blanc, or also the Sheer Glow in the Mont Blanc, because of that like neutral but pink undertone. That's exactly the foundation colors I always need. I need it to be a little bit more pink because I've noticed that if I get something that's too neutral, it just turns super yellow on me, and I do not like that. I want it to be neutral. I want it to be like a neutral pinkish kind of tone. Okay, so take a look at this. Like, look at how luminous and natural it looks, and like, of course, no demarcation line, and it covered really nicely. Like, I have a pimple right here that hasn't like covered completely, but the redness, it covered it pretty nicely. Like, it looks really good. I love me a matte finish, and I will be, of course, using the setting powder today as well, which I did pick up as well. I will be using the setting powder, but on a regular day like this, I would like to have something a little bit more lightweight and hydrating too, which is exactly what this foundation claims to do. So really quickly, just look at this skin. I, of course, applied some concealer. I'm using the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C3. It's a little bit more on the like neutral yellowy tone, but it still is going well with this kind of look. So my skin looks refreshed. It looks dewy. It looks luminous. It looks so hydrated. Like, I'm really happy with the way it looks. I'm kind of still letting it dry just a tiny little bit, but let me, of course, show you the Anastasia setting powder. Look how massive it is. Like, this is going to give you 0.9 ounces or 25 grams of product. You're getting a lot of product in here. This is a massive setting powder, and I'm really excited about playing with this one today. So of course, it is time to set this face. I'm making sure that nothing is creasing, nothing is caking up. Everything is looking good so far. I'm just going to start setting because I don't want anything to start cracking and looking dry. So we're just going to go for it. Right here on my mouth, it's always really dry, so even this Luminous foundation is kind of like showing that, because I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's just my mouth, but everything else is looking really good. So let's just dip it in. So let's just try it out. So now this is the translucent, I forgot to mention that. This is the translucent powder. It does come in, I think, 6 shades of powder. This one is, of course, like I said, translucent. The translucent is my easy go-to because I want to make sure that everything is set in place and that nothing moves. But also, I really don't need a whole lot of brightening, so that's why I usually just go with the regular translucent. Starting to look crazy, I'm just going to take a Morphe M439 brush and just kind of press this in to the skin. Because of course, you know, we don't want our faces to be like white blotchiness all over the place. So we're just going to press it in now. Now the base is completely on and the powder is on. It did have a little bit of some like white spot residue in certain areas, but I was able to take it away. I did pat a little bit more and I pat a little bit more powder over top and it did take it away, so there's no issues in that part. That does happen sometimes, I feel like, with luminous foundations and translucent powder. It's normal, honestly. I really don't have anything else to say about it except for it can happen. But anyways, everything's looking good. The powder is looking nice. It feels nice on the skin. Everything's looking good so far. I'm really enjoying the way that my skin's looking because, of course, this color is an identical match, and I'm really happy with that. So now it is, of course, time to finish off this eye look. So I'm going to go back in with the lower lash line. Of course, I'm going to go in with the shade Glory, and probably with a little bit of the shade Jasper and the shade Clove from the Natasha Nona palette. I'm just going to take it on a BH pencil brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes for the lower lash line, and of course, just tying all these colors together to make sure everything is looking seamless and looking cute as possible to tie in with the upper lash line. Now for inner corner brow bone highlight, of course I'm going to go in with the shade Laurel right here on the top, and that is going to be like a nice champagne-y shimmer kind of shade. I'm going to take it on a wet Morphe M213 brush with the last bit of my continuous setting mist that I have, which of course thankfully I have some backups, don't worry about that. So of course we're just going to pack this on. So now that that is all done, it's time to throw on some mascara, some lashes, and some brows. And then of course I'll finish off this face with you guys before I run to work, and of course do a really long wear test with this foundation. So now I did pick up some new lashes finally. I have been needing some new lashes recently because I have been out of almost every single lash. All my MAC lashes, all of my Lily lashes, and a few of my other lashes are starting to break apart on me because I've been using them non-stop for a little while. So now I got some brand new ones from Batty Bee Lashes. These are a lot of lashes right here, but I had to have some, so I picked up 2 Instahos, 1 IG, and 2 extra lashes right here. I think honestly today I want to go in with Instaho. Like, these are so fluffy and beautiful, but I'm also thinking about doing like maybe like extra. I'm not sure, but extra I feel like it would be a little too much for today, so I think I'm going to go in with some Instaho lashes today. So of course let me just pop these babies on right now. And there we go. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with these lashes. They're so fluffy and beautiful, and I'm loving them with this eye look. So I'm very happy about that. So now it is time, of course, to finish off this entire face. Let's go in with some blush. So now for blush, I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics We're Going Shopping Press Blush. I really love this color of blush so much. It looks so cute and so nice. So now for bronzer today, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer like I always love. This is like my absolute favorite go-to bronzer. We're just going to quickly bronze up these cheeks and get like a nice soft contour going on before I leave for work, which I need to leave in the next like 10 minutes or I will be late, and I do not want to be late to work today. I am going to do as long of a wear test as possible for you guys today because, of course, I want to make sure that we see how long wearing, how good it does, how many times do I need to touch up, etc. This is empty. It is time to go in with a new one, brand new, spanking new one. Let's just... There we go. So now, of course, it is time for some highlight action. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly highlighter, which is still by far one of the best highlighters ever. Like, I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Let's just apply. Yes, yes, yes. Now for lip today, I'm actually going to go in with something that I haven't played with yet, which is actually from the brand Melt Cosmetics. This is the Liquid Set Lipstick in the shade Dream Boy right here. I'm actually going to go in with this one because not only does it smell nice, but also I have not tried this formula yet, and I really want to kind of go in with a nude, but a little bit darker nude today. So like, but that's beautiful. Now the lip is on. It's actually looking really cute. I did not have to dunk that lipstick once. Like, I only did it once and applied it, and it looks really nice. And it's drying down really nicely too, so it doesn't feel dry or anything like that, which is really nice too. So anyways, this is the end of the tutorial portion of this video. The foundation is still looking very good so far. The glow is for real. The eyes are looking really great. The lashes are beautiful. The lipstick is beautiful. Everything is looking really good so far. Of course, if you'd like to see everything, then keep on watching. We will be right back. What is up, you guys? So now it is 2:37 right now, which this foundation's been on for about 5.5 hours, almost 5.25, I would have to say, almost 6 hours really, because I did apply this around like 8:30, 8:40 almost, I would have to say, whatever. So it is still holding up really nicely. I'm about to eat my lunch, of course, so of course we'll see how it wears after that. I did repowder right here and right here. It was starting to break apart a little bit on my nose because of course I do get oily there. And right here, I have just been talking a lot and you can kind of feel that it's getting a little warm right there. So everywhere that I am a little bit more on the oily side, I do have the repowder, but I only did repowder once and so far it still is looking really flawless. I'm loving the way that my skin's looking. The foundation looks really good. If you want to take a look up close, it is such a good color match as well. Everything's looking good. I'm really impressed with it so far. Of course, I will give you guys another update when I get home. So I will see you guys in a little while after I get off work to give you guys my final check-in. Hello, you guys. So now it is past 8 o'clock. It is, what, 8:03 right now. So it's been on for almost 12 hours. So let me just say right now, I did touch up my face one more time since my last checkup. And of course, this is my final check-in, everything like that. You see my face in its full glory. So now, of course, let's get in the detail of how my face looks, etc. I have my little Jiffy Star mirror. How are you doing? Let's just see how it looks. So, forehead looking good, still on, no separation, no nothing like that. Good on the cheeks as well. It's looking really flawless on the cheeks. Little shine coming through in the T-zone area a little bit right here, but that's about besides the point. It is a Luminous foundation. It was not supposed to be mattifying throughout the day, so whatever. So honestly, the only area where I'm having any issue with the foundation, and it's not even an issue, it's just where it's separating, and that's around the mouth right here and right here. So I'm not sure if you can see, but those areas right here, and right here a little bit, are separating it just a tiny little bit. I do grow facial hair, and this is my driest area on my face. So I'm not really thinking that it's the foundation because I've had a few foundations do this to me in the past before, where it bunches up right here, and sometimes in my smile lines. But for a foundation that is a long wear luminous finish, it is still looking really good. So anyways, long story short, with how my skin's texture is, how dry it can get, and how oily it can get, this foundation still hold up amazingly. I get so many compliments today at work that my skin looked good, that my foundation looked great, that the color matched, that my makeup looks great, etc. And what else can you say? I mean, today I felt like I had a bomb makeup day. So of course, thanks to this Anastasia Luminous foundation, of course. So I will have to say, I highly recommend this foundation. It is so worth the $38. It is such a good foundation for a luminous medium buildable foundation. It lasted on the skin. It has so many amazing claims to it, and honestly, it looks so good. And of course, last but not least, the setting powder too. I actually really like the setting powder. I will be playing with this one a little bit more in the future as well. I do like it. It's definitely big, it's massive, and you get a lot of powder inside of here. I'll definitely be playing with that powder with a lot of other different concealers and foundations and everything like that. But both of them together, I actually really do like this. My skin looked flawless, and I definitely will be playing with these ones again definitely very soon. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this wear test. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye. It is time to take these bad bitches off. There we go.